Major developments in the school scandal trial in South County.
I'm truly sorry that it occurred the way it occurred. It was never my intent to ever hurt, cause any kind of pain, or embarrass or make uncomfortable even any of the student athletes.
On the stand, Aaron Thomas apologized for asking students to get naked for fat testing, but says the program was designed only to better student athletes and nothing else.
Target 12 investigator Tim White joins us now from Washington County Superior Court with the latest. Tim?
It was a significant moment in this trial. Aaron Thomas on the stand admitting what he did was inappropriate, but his attorneys are trying to convince the jury that his actions were not criminal.
I do acknowledge it was wrong. There's no question about it.
An apology for years of naked fat testing from embattled former high school basketball coach Aaron Thomas.
It was just for competitive, for a competitive advantage. But when I look back on it now, I see how it can be, how it is construed. I take full responsibility for it. It was a foolish thing.
Thomas says students never said they had a problem with the testing at the time.
There were no complaints about it. There was no issues. So I just followed the protocol and just kept going in that order of, this is a habit. It worked.
Earlier in the trial, former Superintendent Phil Auger testified Thomas claimed students were never naked, and Auger told Thomas to stop one-on-one testing. Instead, the school bought a special machine to measure body fat.
Was that protocol followed by you?
Not entirely, no.
But for some students, Thomas says he continued in-person naked fat testing.
It was foolish of me. I take full responsibility for it. I take it as, I felt an obligation to help them, as they're my players and they're trying to get better. I've lost everything from this, from jobs, my ability to teach, coach, embarrassment, being in the media every day. Unfortunately, it's completely changed everything.
Thomas also admitted he lied to detectives in 2021 when they asked if students were ever naked with him. His reason as to why he was dishonest coming up new at 6. In South Kingstown with the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.
There were major developments today in the school scandal trial in South County.
I take full responsibility for it. It was a foolish thing.
An apology on the stand from Aaron Thomas, the embattled former North Kingstown High School basketball coach who for decades conducted so-called naked fat tests on student athletes.
Target 12 investigator Tim White joins us now from outside Washington County Superior Court with the latest. Tim?
Along with an apology, Thomas admitted to lying to police when they asked if students were ever naked with him, but he denied that the testing program was about anything other than improving athletic performance.
I'm truly sorry that it occurred the way it occurred. It was never my intent to ever hurt, cause any kind of pain, or embarrass or make uncomfortable even any of the student athletes.
In his third day of testimony,
Did you have any sexual interest in these young men?
No.
Aaron Thomas says he regrets asking students to get naked for fat testing.
It became an old habit. It just became a way of doing business. I created the spreadsheets. We could drop the formulas in fast. It was working.
Thomas admitted he lied to then Superintendent Phil Auger in 2018 when asked if students were ever naked. And he says he continued the controversial testing on some students despite the school buying a special machine to conduct the tests.
The new machine wasn't working for him. Against my better judgment, I did test those athletes. I own that.
He says he lied again when interviewed by detectives in 2021, just 10 days after being suspended.
Why didn't you just tell them?
I should have done that. It would have been the right thing to do and would have prevented a lot of the embarrassment I've gone through. I didn't do it because I'd already talked to Dr. Auger about it, and I'd already told him this wasn't true, thinking that I could get back to the team faster.
Are there any other reasons why we should believe you today?
I've lost everything from this, from jobs, my ability to teach, coach, embarrassment, being in the media every day. Unfortunately, it's completely changed everything.
Thomas returns to the stand tomorrow, but this time he'll face cross-examination by prosecutors. In South Kingstown with the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.